We're talking a couple of Seahawk wins today as the men's basketball team coming off of home wins. Also, it is a freshman Trey Grundy featured today in our player profile. All that coming up next on the Kevin Keatts TV show.
From the studios of WWAY, it's time for the Kevin Keatts Show. The Kevin Keatts Show is brought to you by Carolina Ford Dealers, Governor's Highway Safety Program, Papa John's, R.A. Jeffries Distributing Company, Harris Teeter, and Reed's Jewelers. Now, here is your host, Mike Vaccaro.
Well, good morning and welcome everybody. The Seahawks undefeated to start this season, now 3-0 as they wrap up a homestand to start this season. I am Mike Vaccaro alongside the coach, Kevin Keatts. And Coach, two tough games, two tough opponents inside Trask this week, but you guys handled your business, stayed perfect so far this year.
Yeah, Mike, it was a great week for us when you talk about Eastern Kentucky and Western Michigan, and you talk about two great programs with great tradition and very good coaches, and I'm proud that we could come away with with two wins out of this week.
Yeah, staying perfect right now, again 3-0 in the season. Let's start talking about the Colonels from Eastern Kentucky, a team coming in. You knew them from their coach, Dan McHale. He was on that coaching tree with Rick Pitino with you, but they came in off of a high-scoring win for them against Coppin State, so I know you were a little concerned defensively what you had to do against those guys.
Well, the biggest thing is, Mike, they came in and the previous game they'd taken 29 three-pointers, and one of the things we wanted to make sure was that we ran them off the three-point line, and then they'd scored 116 points against Coppin State, and certainly we wanted to get back in transition, and I thought our defense was probably as best it's been, between the exhibitions and also the scrimmages, and it was a great win for our guys.
And it was a game where you never trailed. You led by as much as 21 points. Did that surprise you at all that you really controlled this game from start to finish?
Well, Mike, I'll be a happy coach if somehow we can figure out not to trail again. But no, it was a good game, and I think we came out with a lot of energy, and our guys played from the start, all the way from the start to the end of the game. And a lot of times, in basketball games, early in the season, you're not getting guys to play two halves right now. And I thought in that game we played two strong halves.
Yeah, certainly did. Your upperclassmen were the leaders in this game. Dylan Sherwood, Craig Ponder, and really Sherwood healthy right now. That's a big plus for you guys.
Well, he gave us a tremendous lift in that game. I think his energy, provided a spark for us. He came in and, got a couple offensive rebounds that really helped us, and then obviously shot the ball well from three. And I was happy from Dylan because, certainly he's had a couple years where he hadn't been able to play the full year, and, he was great for us.
So again, it was a good start for the week for UNCW back in Trask Coliseum taking on Eastern Kentucky. Jesse Jones now with our Harris Teeter highlights.
UNCW and Eastern Kentucky both looking to improve to 2-0. Dylan Sherwood left alone at the top of the key. Sherwood doing his best to assure it's the Seahawks that stay unbeaten. UNCW fans tealing it early on. Then it's Sherwood ahead of the pack on the break. A productive night for Sherwood. He ties a career high with 16 points and pulls down 9 boards. Then it's the Hawks moving the ball. Marcus Bryan to Chuck Kubota. Chuck finishes 3 of 3 from the floor, 7 points, 9 boards, and 4 rejections. Coach Keatts and the Seahawks go into the locker room with a 38-27 lead, holding the Colonels to 30% shooting while forcing 10 turnovers. Second half action. Welcome to the Craig Ponder Show. Jordan Talley drawing the D, dishing to Ponder. The 3 is good. UNCW's lead dipped to 7 early in the second half, but they stretch it out behind Ponder's hot shooting. He connects on 6 of 8 field goals, scoring 15 of his game-high 24 points in the second half. Jordan Talley getting to the rim, 6 points, 4 assists, and no turnovers off the bench for Talley. The lead grows to as many as 21 late. End result, UNCW improves to 2-0 with a 78-59 win. Jesse Jones reporting for the Kevin Keatts Show.
Thank you, Jesse. We take a look at the game summary now. 78-59, impressive victory over the Colonels there. The Seahawks out-rebound them. The assists very high, 16 assists on 29 made baskets. Coach, 55%. So you wonder why you shoot 47%, pretty high percentage there. It's because of maybe that extra pass, that pass that leads to a good look, and great team basketball once again.
Yeah, Mike, I think we're sharing the basketball very well. I think all of our guys are committed, and one thing that we've talked about is going from a good shot to a great shot, and I think our guys have embraced that, and certainly we're getting some open looks.
As I mentioned, Dylan Sherwood, a great night for him, career high tying 16 points. career-high 9 rebounds, and Craig Ponder steady as well, 24 points for him. What a good start for him in the first 2 games of the season.
Yeah, Craig's been special, and the rim's been big for him, and he's playing well, and he's playing like you'd love for your senior to play, and I'm happy for him because a young man deserves to play well.
So again, a good start for the Seahawks, coming off another win as they beat the Colonels from Eastern Kentucky. That was Monday night in Trask Coliseum. We'll take a break here. When we get back, we'll talk about last night's game inside Trask Coliseum, a different type of opponent out of the MAC. It was Western Michigan in a tight ball game. The Seahawks able to hold on and get the victory. We'll have highlights of that next. Stay with us.
Now only Ford offers $750 black.
Last call. How are you getting home tonight?
Don't worry, man. I'm calling a car.
Now only Ford offers $750 Black Friday bonus cash on select vehicles on top of Ford Friends and Neighbors pricing.
That doesn't happen every day.
Make Black Friday hassle-free with low prices on Ford cars, trucks, and SUVs. And get $750 Black Friday bonus cash on select Ford vehicles on top of all other offers.
It's an inside deal.
Now for everyone.
Now get $750 Black Friday bonus cash on Fusion and Focus. That's a total value of up to $5,888 on Fusion or up to $3,341 on Focus.
Last call. How are you getting home tonight?
Don't worry, man. I'm calling a car.
Don't drink and drive. You're smarter than that.
Last call. How are you getting home tonight?
Don't worry about that, man. I got it.
Don't drink and drive. You're smarter than that.
Right now, saving on your weekly grocery shopping is easier than ever with Harris Teeter's eVic program. Each Wednesday, you'll receive an email that includes great Vic specials on items you buy most, special eVic members-only discounts, access to manufacturer's coupons you can download directly to your Vic card, plus receive additional emails that bring you big savings on items personalized just for you, incredible Saturday-only deals, and lots more. It's free and it's easy. Sign up for eVic today at harristeeter.com and start saving more.
People often ask me, John, how do you do it? Still making pizzas after 30 years. Seriously, guys?
It ain't rocket science. It ain't physics.
It's pizza.
And I love pizza.
When the Seahawks win, you win. Get 50% off your online order the day after a Seahawks men's or women's victory with code Seahawks.
Better ingredients, better pizza, Papa John's.
Well, after the Monday victory against Eastern Kentucky, the Seahawks had a little bit of time to prepare, get ready, and take on Western Michigan, a very different team from Eastern Kentucky. Coach, they had some size. As you talked about earlier, they tried to slow the game down a little bit more. What was maybe your biggest challenge going up against the Broncos last night?
Well, you know, Mike, coming into the game and knowing Western Michigan, they're huge. Their size really bothered me coming into the game. And not because I thought they would pound us inside as far as scoring the basketball. I was really concerned about offensive rebounding and making sure that we blocked out. And I thought we did a good job, even though they all rebounded us. But I certainly thought we got in there and mixed it up, even to the scheme that we had 16 offensive rebounds ourselves.
You're talking about not trailing against Eastern Kentucky. Not the same here as you trail for the first time at halftime, trailed by as much as 12 in the second half. So you go into some of those timeouts. What was it like seeing your kids down for the first time here in the second half?
Well, that's a great question because, you know, one of the things we talked about at halftime when obviously we were down is we're going to find a lot about ourselves because, you know, through our exhibitions or scrimmage, you know, we had never been down in a game. And, you know, I thought our guys played great. You know, they came out with energy in the second half. I thought our press really won the game for us. And I was excited because I found out a lot about a lot of our guys on the team.
Yeah, the Seahawks forced 18 turnovers, 14 coming in the second half, largely off of that press, and certainly helped the Seahawks get that victory. So let's take a look now at the highlights last night inside Trask Coliseum. It's our Reed's Jewelers highlights. Ingram goes left to right. From the Western Michigan bench, off to Sherwood jumper. Left baseline rims out, but tapped up by Marcus Bryan. Right side of Sherwood, kicks it out to Ponder, steps into a three, and it's on net for Craig Ponder. Ponder drives in, kicks it to Flemings, open for a three on the wing, and it's good for Chris Flemings' first shot of the night. It's a triple, and the Seahawks down now 10-8. And Boda being covered up by Lamont. To Ponder, 3 from the left wing is good. And the Seahawks starting to heat up now. 3 straight threes for UNCW. Talley drives right side. Flemings, 3 from the corner this time is good. UNCW now with 4 threes. Flemings wants it. Ponder will get it to him. And in the corner, a 3 is good for Chris Flemings. Knocks up 17-13 now. Ingram up and under, down low to Matthews. Matthews will bank it in. Boy, nice pass on the up and under move by Ingram and Mark Matthews. Looking back for Avery Jr., but it's stolen by Keatts on the break, and a thunder dunk with 2 hands. Devontae Keatts. Moore trying to drive. He does with the left hand and lays it up and in. Bryce Moore puts the Broncos out ahead, but Keatts on the feed will tie it once again. Baseline off to Sherwood. They work it right side. Ponder wide open for a 3, and it's net. All net there for Craig Ponder. 24 until halftime here inside Trask Coliseum. Grundy on the right wing pulls up. The jumper is all net. Left wing bounces the top of the key to Grundy. Grundy looks inside to Aboda. Aboda high off the glass with a hook shot. Nice move. Flemings 4, now 3. Ingram straight on 3 is good, and that's how the half will end. So some momentum for UNCW heading into the locker room. They're 51-39. Ingram, cat and mouse behind the screens of Bryan, will knock down the shot. Wilder knocked away and stolen by Ingram. Ingram brings it down. Seahawks with some numbers down low to Bryan. Bryan contact, and the shot is good. Hunter on the near sideline. Goes to the top of the key. Back left to Talley. He'll penetrate. The layup is good. Talley goes right. Stutter dribble inside to Aboda, and the layup for the left hand is good. Throw the ball in, throw it away. Coming up with it and ducking it is Flemings. Again, the press leads directly to points, and the Hawks now to within 2. Left corner to Ingram, now to Matthews. Matthews will drive, pulls up, the shot no good, but batted off the glass by Keatts. Devontae Keatts, teen overall. A lob, oh! Talley to Keatts, who slams it through, and the Seahawks emphatically take the lead. 2-point Seahawk lead at the 10-minute mark. Ingram to Talley, now to Flemings. Flemings 3, far sideline is good for Chris Flemings. Ponder to the left side. Out to Sherwood, open for the 3, and it's all net. Dylan Sherwood knocks it down. Talley back to Ingram. Ingram jump stop floater, right hand good for Denzel Ingram. 8 on the shot clock, he'll go left. Sherwood on the right wing, pops a 3, and it rattles in. Dylan Sherwood nails another one here. Next free throw, it is up, and it is good. And that's going to be game over. Game over indeed. The Seahawks win by 4, 80-76. Stay close on the glass with this taller team. Didn't shoot as well, but they turned over the Broncos, again, as mentioned, 18 times, 14 in the second half. Once again, those 16 assists. You saw a lot of the good ball movement, Coach, leading to some really good looks. A lot of threes attempted. You knocked down 10 in this game, but I don't think there were any bad shots taken from the perimeter yesterday.
You know, I give Western Michigan a lot of credit. They pack it in and they make you take open shots, and it's tough to penetrate against those guys. And you know, we really shared the basketball. Anytime you talk about 16 assists, and I think on 26 made field goals, you know, you got to be happy with that as a coach, and I was. Yeah, 62% of your made baskets assisted on. You're looking at some other key numbers, the 8 steals, again, those 18 turnovers that they forced. Seahawks get 19 from Chris Flemings, 10 from Jordan Talley, 12 from Denzel Ingram as well. So in a night where Ponder was in some foul trouble, Dylan Sherwood didn't shoot it as well, some other guys emerged and were able to lead you. Yeah, you know what, we're developing into a team that on any given night, you know, certainly anybody could lead us in scoring. And I know Craig's had the hot hand the first 2 games, but I was excited to see Chris Fleming play well and Denzel Ingram to play well. And then Jordan Talley, I thought he was solid. When you talk about, you know, he had all of those assists with no turnovers and, you know, stepped up and made a couple big free throws for us to seal the game. Devontae Keatts, some good play as well for the freshman. So the Seahawks get the victory, stay unbeaten now 3-0 for the first time since 2005 on this young season.
We'll take another break. When we get back, it'll be Trey Grundy, the subject of our player profile. He had a nice game coming off the bench last night, hit a big shot or two. Again, that profile comes your way next. Stay with us.
The ring isn't the end of the journey. It's only the beginning.
Now only Ford offers $750 Black Friday bonus cash on select vehicles on top of Ford Friends and Neighbors pricing.
That doesn't happen every day.
Make Black Friday hassle-free with low prices on Ford cars, trucks, and SUVs. And get $750 Black Friday bonus cash on select Ford vehicles on top of all other offers.
It's an inside deal.
Now for everyone.
Now get $750 Black Friday bonus cash on Fusion and Focus. That's a total value of up to $5,888 on Fusion or up to $3,341 on Focus.
Last call. How are you getting home tonight?
Don't worry, man. I'm calling a car.
Don't drink and drive. You're smarter than that.
Last call. How are you getting home tonight?
Don't worry about that, man. I got it.
Don't drink and drive. You're smarter than that.
Looking to simplify your busy life? Harris Teeter's Express Lane can help. Just go to harristeeter.com, sign up, then you can shop when you're ready. On your lunch break, at your kids' practice, or just sitting on the couch. Place your order, choose your pickup time, drive up, and they'll load your groceries. It's that easy. Plus, every Harris Teeter personal shopper is committed to providing the best quality and great customer service. Simplify your busy life today. Go to harristeeter.com and start using Express Lane.
Well, time now to introduce you to another one of the players, another one of the four freshmen. It is Trey Grundy, the subject of our player profile today. And Coach, this is a guy, kind of got lost a little bit on Monday, didn't play against Eastern Kentucky, but the way things worked out, comes in last night against Western Michigan, had a nice couple of plays there. So, again, you're just not sure where they're going to be in the rotation on a given night, but certainly Grundy is a good pickup for this team.
Yeah, I brought Trey in after the Eastern Kentucky game, and he and I sat down and we talked. And I told him it wasn't anything that he did, the reason why he didn't play, just but when we got 11-man rotation, just to always be ready. And, you look back at that game last night, and I thought he was very good, especially on the defensive end. But he hit a huge jumper that kind of got us going a little bit.
And you mentioned that yesterday postgame as well, that those guys on the bench cheering on their teammates, but then their number gets called, whether it be foul trouble or a matchup, they've been performing well. Yeah,
you know what? We got so many guys this year. When I look down the bench, I'm excited because obviously, last year we didn't have anybody to put in the game, and at any moment your name could be called, and I just told those guys, take advantage of your minutes.
And Trey Grundy certainly did last night. Well, let's turn things over now to Alexa Block, who has more on the freshman Trey Grundy.
I feel like I bring defense, scoring, and just making the players around me better.
Freshman forward Trey Grundy comes to the Seahawks from Hargrave Military Academy, where he averaged 16 points and 8 rebounds and was an ESPN 3-star recruit. With that kind of resume, he's ready to take his game to the next level.
I mean, there's some pressure, but I feel like that some of it's let off of us because, we do have other players on the team that we do look up to.
And it's not just his teammates that have his back going into the season, it's Coach Keatts.
It's just like family to me. He's like family to me, so, and when he was recruiting me, everything he was saying was just, it felt right.
So making the choice to be a Seahawk wasn't a difficult one for Grundy. So what don't we know about him? He's a good old country boy.
I'm from Lexington, Kentucky. Some things that I do are really country. You can ask my teammates.
Like
what? Stuff I say, they don't really catch on. And I'm like, y'all don't say that? And they're like, no, we don't say that.
All jokes aside, Grundy says he's ready to win.
As long as we just play hard and we just play defense and play smart, that's what's going to make us successful.
Guys, I'm so excited about the 2015-16 basketball season. There are three very important keys to our success this year. Number one, we got to get out and run. You have to rebound the basketball and you got to sprint the floor. Number two, you got to defend. Okay, defend trash. Okay, we're regular season champs. Okay, number three, win. Play Seahawk basketball. Play with pride, play with passion, play with focus.
Seahawk basketball is back. Get your season tickets now.
People often ask me, John, how do you do it? Still making pizzas after 30 years. Seriously, guys?
It ain't rocket science. It ain't physics.
It's pizza.
And I love pizza.
When the Seahawks win, you win. Get 50% off your online order the day after a Seahawks men's or women's victory with code Seahawks.
Better ingredients, better pizza, Papa John's.
The ring isn't the end of the journey. It's only the beginning.
Bring it back, and it's now time for our Governor's Highway Safety Program Good Call of the Week. 2 games, 2 good games, a lot of big plays that we can choose from here. We're going to go on the defense to offensive side here. Let's take a listen at this week's Governor's Highway Safety Program Good Call.
Stolen by Keatts on the break, and a thunder dunk with 2 hands.
Always good when you see the freshman playing some defense there. Got into the passing lane and an easy breakaway dunk last night for Devontae Keatts against Western Michigan. The Governor's Highway Safety Program Good Call of the Week. We remind you to make a good call. Don't drink and drive, booze it, and lose it. Well, up now to our Carolina 4 Player of the Week this week. Again, the 2 games, the wins against Eastern Kentucky, Western Michigan as well. A lot of good performances, but maybe the most steady performance when you look at the numbers this week, Coach, it is Chris Fleming's 11 points, 46% from the field, made half of his 3-point shots, 63% from the free throw line. This kid, again, does a lot for your club here early on this season, and leaning on him, whether it's in a starting role or coming off the bench.
Yeah, absolutely, and those stats don't tell the whole story about Chris. He's also at Eastern Kentucky and Western Michigan. You know, we typically put him on the best offensive player, so he's been very solid defensively for us. And you know, I thought, especially in the Western Michigan game, he hit some big shots to get us going.
Yeah, again, half of his threes went 4 of 8 yesterday from long range against the Broncos, 5 of 10 overall. But he had 3 threes early on that contest, kind of set the tone from the perimeter. But again, that length, Coach, just comes in so handy for your team defensively.
Well, you know, we've challenged Chris because obviously coming out of Barden, before he transferred, he was a big-time scorer, and I wanted him to get better on the defensive end, and I think he's accepted that challenge, and he's done a very good job, and he's long, he's athletic, he's great in the press.
And keep in mind, he's a walk-on for this team this year as well. So, again, really good numbers. Our Carolina 4 Player of the Week this week, Chris Fleming's 11 points, 46% shooting, made half his threes, 63% from the free throw line as well. Well, stay with us. We'll take our final break on the other side. Only 1 game this week, but it's the first road game for UNCW, and we'll talk about that coming up next. Stay with us here, another edition of the Kevin Keatts Show.
Right now, saving on your weekly grocery shopping is easier than ever with Harris Teeter's eVic program. Each Wednesday, you'll receive an email that includes great Vic specials on items you buy most, special eVic members-only discounts, access to manufacturer's coupons you can download directly to your Vic card, plus receive additional emails that bring you big savings on items personalized just for you, incredible Saturday-only deals, and lots more. It's free and it's easy. Sign up for eVic today at harristeeter.com and start saving more.
People often ask me, John, how do you do it? Still making pizzas after 30 years. Seriously, guys,
It ain't rocket science. It ain't physics.
it's pizza.
And I love pizza.
When the Seahawks win, you win. Get 50% off your online order the day after a Seahawks men's or women's victory with code Seahawks.
Better ingredients, better pizza, Papa John's.
The ring isn't the end of the journey. It's only the beginning.
Now only Ford offers $750 Black Friday bonus cash on select vehicles on top of Ford Friends and Neighbors pricing.
That doesn't happen every day.
Make Black Friday hassle-free with low prices on Ford cars, trucks, and SUVs. And get $750 Black Friday bonus cash on select Ford vehicles on top of all other offers.
It's an inside deal.
Now for everyone.
Now get $750 Black Friday bonus cash on Fusion and Focus. That's a total value of up to $5,888 on Fusion or up to $3,341 on Focus.
Guys, I'm so excited about the 2015-16 basketball season. There are three very important keys to our success this year. Number one, we got to get out and run. You have to rebound the basketball and you got to sprint the floor. Number two, you got to defend. Okay, defend trash. Okay, we're regular season champs. Okay, number three, win. Play Seahawk basketball. Play with pride, play with passion, play with focus.
Seahawk basketball is back. Get your season tickets now.
Well, the Seahawks undefeated this season, 3-0, all three games inside Trask Coliseum. They'll hit the road for the first time, and that'll be Saturday afternoon at ETSU. So the Seahawks go on the road. Very first time this season. We'll see what they do, but we take a look now at this week's schedule delivered by Papa John's. And we remind you all season long, if the Seahawks win, you win. The next day, go to papajohns.com, use the code Seahawks, and your order is half off. So take advantage of that today with the Seahawks getting the win last night. But once again, Coach, only one game this week with the holiday in between there. That is Saturday at ETSU, 4 o'clock tip there from Tennessee. They have a couple more games until you play them, playing at Georgia Tech here today, at Charleston Southern on Tuesday as well. Is that a plus or a minus in your mind to have them kind of come in after a couple of games and you're a little bit more rested maybe?
Well, it's a plus and a minus, you know, because obviously we'll have a chance to have a little rest. But when you're playing well as a team, you want to keep playing, and certainly, you know, having a week off, we'll have to make an adjustment to us. And it'll be interesting to find out who we are. You know, this will be our first true road test, and we haven't played on the road yet this year, so it'll be an interesting game for us.
Yeah, so the Seahawks and ETSU, first time in a while, these two teams hooking up again on the road as well. So, Coach, appreciate your time. Wish you and your family a happy Thanksgiving. We'll talk to you Friday.
Happy Thanksgiving, everybody. Thank you.
All right, so again, the Seahawks Saturday, and we'll have that game on the Seahawk Digital Network as well. Thanks for joining us here this morning. We'll see you next Sunday morning at 11:30, another edition of The Kevin Keatts Show.
Thank you for watching The Kevin Keatts Show. The Kevin Keatts Show is brought to you by Carolina Ford Dealers, Governor's Highway Safety Program, Papa John's, R.A. Jeffries Distributing Company, Harris Teeter, and Reed's Jewelers.